Hey everyone, it's strawberryelli here and thank you so much for tuning in to another video. If you watched some of my previous videos, you know that I'm living a quite minimalist lifestyle, and I shared also some tips on downsizing with you. And downsizing definitely helped me to create a lot of mental and also physical space, get rid of a lot of things I didn't need and I don't need in my life anymore. But that is only the first step. The second step is kind of living with that lifestyle and keep being organized and just embracing all the mental space, the mental clarity you get from that, and also the physical space, as I said. And the next step was definitely for me to actually stop buying new things, new items I thought I need before. And these are the things I want to share with you in this video, the things I stopped buying, stopped purchasing to live a more minimalist lifestyle. So let's start with the first thing. It was actually when I became vegan that I started to cut back on things like beauty products and makeup, and I definitely want to do a separate video on why I stopped wearing makeup, so I won't mention too much in this video. But for now, as I said, purchasing less beauty products and less makeup products just created a lot of space. I had all these things laying around from times when I used to wear makeup. I definitely had a lot of stuff I realized I didn't need and I wasn't using anymore. When I started to adopt a vegan lifestyle, I stopped using products that were tested on animals because I wasn't supporting that anymore. It wasn't agreeing with my ethical views. That kind of made me realize that I don't need these products in the first place. When I started traveling, I'd say I stopped wearing makeup like completely. And honestly, it was so freeing for me not to put on makeup on my face, not to worry about that anything get like smished or that I just look weird. Honestly, my skin is so much healthier not wearing any makeup and also not wearing any like creams or body lotion, what I used to do in the past. I don't like to put any of these chemicals on my body because your skin naturally like absorbs them and then they get into your bloodstream, and I don't really want to put that into my body. And I also don't have all these old products I used to have in the past that just dried out and they were just lying around and cluttering up my kind of wardrobe, my closet, and I just didn't need them anymore in my life. So I got rid of them and I also stopped purchasing new things because I realized I don't even wear them anymore and I don't need them. So that's how I stopped wearing makeup and also body lotions. And from time to time I also realized with traveling, I guess, was that I also don't need any shower gel. When I shower, I just shower with water and that just cleans me enough. Also, studies shows that when you spend a lot of time outside in the sun and then you come inside and you shower, that when you use these like really heavily like chemical based shower gels, that you kind of wash off the vitamin D that is still like on the top of your skin. So I stopped doing that. I stopped using shower gel and I don't really notice any difference on how I smell, to be honest. Same with deodorant. I stopped using deodorant completely because I've read in articles that it is clogging up your pores in your armpits and that is actually doing the opposite effect, that you tend to sweat more when you use deodorant. So I stopped doing that, and honestly I don't notice any difference in kinds of smell. Your natural body odor comes from like different things, like from your diet and just like your lifestyle, and that is affecting your body smell so much more than using any kind of chemical products. So I can definitely say that using less products, just yeah, I just smell naturally and I don't mind it. My boyfriend don't mind it. He doesn't use any like kind of deodorant and things like that. He stopped using that as well, and we both kind of benefit from it because we have less things we take with us traveling, less things to worry about, and yeah, we just stopped purchasing them in total. I do have to admit though that I still use some kind of shampoo. It is a vegan shampoo and it's not tested on animals, but I try to cut back on that as well. So if you guys have any ideas on like a shampoo I could mix myself, I know that there's some recipes out there, but I'm just interested if you have any ideas, then please share them in the comments below. And also in terms of toothpaste, I'm using a vegan cruelty-free toothpaste I got in Thailand. And I really like that toothpaste, but to be honest, I want to switch to like a natural toothpaste. So in terms of one that is coconut oil based and baking soda based. So stay tuned for a recipe for that, because I'm planning on making one. I think it's so much easier for traveling, and I just don't want to purchase any more items in that kind of sense if I can make them myself. So it also creates less waste. We also stopped using chemically based soap. What we use to wash our hands and also wash our clothes is Dr. Bronner's. And I know you could say like we purchased that obviously, but we use it in so many different ways, as I said, to wash our clothes, to wash our hands in there. Then you can also just clean with it. This big bowl we use quite over a long period of time, so it doesn't create a lot of waste, so I don't feel bad purchasing something like that. My second category, I guess you could call it, is books and DVDs, so some kind of media. Now, I mentioned in a previous video before that when I started traveling, I stopped buying books and taking books with me. And even though I love reading an actual book, and I mean, I didn't stop doing that, because I just get books from the library, because I just love reading a physical book compared to having an ebook on your iPad. But I do that as well just because I don't want to purchase any more books. They just stand in my bookshelf and I read them maybe once, and then they just stand there and they just get dusty, and I don't really need that. I don't really need so many things cluttering up my room. And when I get a book from the library, I can just bring it back after I read it. So I don't have to worry about like getting rid of it or selling it if it's not there in the first place. So that is definitely something I stopped purchasing, is actual books, like physical books, and also DVDs. So I don't really watch any TV or DVDs in general. If we watch something, we watch Netflix. But as I said, we don't really purchase any more things, also not any CDs or things like that. We just have files on your computer and they don't really take up any space. And yeah, it just creates a lot of freedom. We feel more organized and we just feel better not purchasing any books, DVDs, CDs, anything like that. My next category I have to explain a bit, and that is kind of like a personal thing for me. And it is not purchasing any winter clothes anymore. Now I have to explain that a little bit. Now I come from Germany and the winters there are pretty cold. And I just realized over time that I don't want to spend the majority of my time in a colder climate anymore. So I said to myself that I want to live in warmer climates all year round. Now I spent Christmas at home and that was for a few weeks. And I don't say that I avoid spending time in colder climates, but for me, I just don't want to purchase any more like winter clothes. I have one winter coat there and two thicker like sweaters, and I wear them when I'm there. And obviously I'm gonna layer up, but I don't want to purchase any more items because, as I said to myself, I don't want to spend the majority of my time in colder climates anymore. I want to spend them in warmer places where it's sunny out and where I can wear thin clothes and I don't need like a winter coat. So I don't need to purchase any more items. And that way I just kept my old things. I use them whenever I'm at home or whenever I'm in a colder climate. But that way I just don't need to get new things. And that is definitely something that is really personal for me. And I'm just really happy about that I said that to myself, because it created a lot of mental space. When I set my mind to something, I know I can achieve it. And that is something I realized I can do, and that just made me really content and really happy and made me really grateful for my life, that I'm able to travel around and spend time in a tropical climate, and that I can spend my money on other things rather than buying new winter clothes. My last category is impulsive purchases. So what I mean by that is that I stopped purchasing things I saw in this shop, for example, and I thought like, oh my god, I need this item so badly, like that looks so cute, I think that would look nice in my room. Impulsive thought, I need this item so badly because otherwise I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. And then I bought them and I brought it home and I realized, wait, first of all, maybe I even had an item that is similar to that and that had a similar use, or I just realized I don't need that item in the first place. Making that commitment in the first place of not actually purchasing the item is for me that I realized that I just have so much more mental space and I can focus on buying things I actually need. So when I go to the shops now, I just purchase the things I really need. I avoid like browsing around and be like, what could look nice here? And what could I use to put that as a decoration somewhere? Or could I just get a new candle with a nice smell? I personally like to have a clean, organized room and just living space. Realizing that I like my living space like that, I stopped purchasing these items in the first place. So that saved me up a lot of money, and that can be with decorations, as I said, but also with clothing. A lot of the times you see an item and you're like, oh, that looks so cute, oh my god, I have to get it, and then you get it and you realize you have a similar item in your closet already. Most of the time you wear the thing you already have. You don't wear the new item anyways, or that item even doesn't fit with your lifestyle. You think you wanna make a change, then maybe just think twice about it. Maybe you just like go home, think about it, go through your closet, and make the decision if you actually need that item. And as I mentioned in one of my downsizing tips, then if you get a new item, that maybe get rid of 1 or 2 items you already have, just donate them or give them to a friend. That way you don't have like a new item cluttering up, you just like replace the item. But with any like new items, I don't want to have too many things in any kind of category in my life, I guess. And it all just contributes to this overconsumption when you end up buying things that you don't need. And I just stopped doing that. It creates less waste in the end. It's less like consumption, you save money, and overall I have a lot of benefits from purchasing less things in general. So that was the last category from the items I stopped buying, I stopped purchasing, but also stopped using, I guess. I got rid of just everything in terms of living a new minimalist lifestyle and how beneficial it is for me. And I would love to hear your opinions about it, your experiences. Just share them down in the comments below. Let me know what you stopped purchasing and how you feel afterwards. I obviously don't want to stop you from buying things that make you happy and that add value to your life, because that is for everyone different. And if any of the items I just mentioned in my video are one of these things that you really value in your life and you love purchasing, then don't let me hold you back on still purchasing these things. These are just personal experiences and I would love to hear your experience. So everyone is different. But for this video, I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you have an amazing day and I see you in my next video, guys. Bye.